group. And every year, the stories that come out of this night remind us all why we do what we do and what makes the Gulf South Conference and Division II so special. So I'm looking forward very much to hearing the stories. And again, on behalf of all of the presidents, I would just say congratulations. We're so proud of each and every one of you to have risen to the best of Division II's best conferences. In fact, a huge accomplishment, and you should all be proud. In the GSC, Matt will remind us often that we exist to compete, graduate, and impact. Have we heard that a time or two, maybe? Well, there's no question this is a group, Matt, that has competed. Several of them are going to soon graduate. All of you have made an impact. You've made an impact for your institutions. You've made an impact for your fellow student athletes, for coaches, for those that you've coached, and frankly, for all of us in the GSC. So thank you very much. Congratulations. Let's have a great night.
I'm glad Dr. Carvajal shared our Compete, Graduate, Impact. I'll probably slide it in once or twice tonight. You may see it on the screen, who knows, as we go throughout. But if you're curious as to what that means, and many of you are not because you've heard it multiple times over the last several years, the Gulf South Conference wants to compete, graduate, and impact. We want to compete for regional and national championships. 2 in 2 days to finish up the spring season. Thanks Coach Hansen for one of those, and thanks Coach Fell from West Florida for the other. So we're achieving that. We want to graduate. We're going to have over 600 graduates from our 12 member institutions this year. Fantastic numbers. If we're not providing a pathway for graduation for our student athletes, we're missing something. So I'm glad we're able to do that. We've got some graduates in the room already and some that are right on the cusp of doing it. That's exciting as well. And we want to impact our communities today and tomorrow. You're going to hear stories about how some of our top 10 student athletes impact their communities. They may even share some of those own anecdotes tonight while they share some of their thoughts. That's really important to us because these leaders leave and they're going to impact their communities forever. The impact and the value that they have as student athletes cannot be cannot be overstated. They will take that. They're looked at leaders on their campuses. When they leave, people say, oh, you played college athletics? That's so neat. And all of a sudden, they rise in esteem among their colleagues, their friends, their neighbors, and their church communities and other places. And they're going to learn to have impacted because of the 12 amazing institutions that they represent here tonight at the Gulf South Conference. Man, that's a great way to start, I hope. I'm really excited. We're going to start by recognizing our Hall of Fame inductees. So this is going to be terrific. We're going to take a brief look back into what has made the GSC so special and get to honor 5 individuals tonight that have impacted their communities and really left a legacy for programs and for other people to follow them. So tonight, we're going to start by recognizing our first Hall of Fame inductee, and that's going to be Alex Arma from West Georgia, and we're going to hear a brief introduction from David Haas, UWG Senior Associate Athletics Director.
It is my honor today to introduce Gulf South Conference Hall of Fame member Alex Arma. One of the best ever at the University of West Georgia, Alex was a model student athlete during his time at UWG and continues to represent his institution with class and integrity to this day. Over his 4-year career at UWG, Arma was a 4-time All-GSC selection and an All-American on the Wolves Conference Championship team in 2015. He later became the first player in league history to earn all-conference honors on both offense and defense in 2016. He ended his career ranked 10th all-time in GSC history for career sacks and 9th all-time in tackles for loss. Following the completion of his degree in management, Arma was a 6th-round draft pick by the Carolina Panthers in 2017, eventually appearing in 68 career NFL games at fullback. It is with great pride and honor that I present to you a University of West Georgia legend and a Gulf South Conference Hall of Famer, Alex Arma.
Man, they sprung it on me. All right. Good afternoon. First, I want to start off by thanking God. Without him, I wouldn't be here. Also, thank my parents, my families, and friends for instilling in me the characteristics that you see today. They also supported me through my whole process and my journey and kept me grounded. Special shout out to my dad. he was my biggest role model. It still is to this day. And growing up, I was always an athlete, you know what I'm saying, basketball, football, but one thing I just couldn't get down is soccer. But I think we chose the right path. Also, shout out to the University of West Georgia, my coaches and staff for putting me in the right position and trusting me to lead. I think that's where I established the even more characteristics that you see today. In my 4.5 years at UWG, these individuals believed in success on and off the field, and they embraced the process of building young athletes to become the best versions of themselves as they entered adulthood. And I can't forget about my teammates, always having my back, holding one another accountable, and there was never a dull moment in our locker room. We challenged each other, we stuck together, even when it wasn't favorable to us or we had our backs against the wall. And I'm very appreciative of the GSC. The competition is unmatched. There's a strong history of talent who have come through and laid the foundation. I also want to thank everyone who voted for me and nominated me through the awards I received over the years. I'm truly honored, and it's my pleasure to receive this award. Thank you.
Thanks, Alex. Our next Hall of Fame inductee is going to be longtime West Alabama athletic training professional R.T. Floyd, and we're going to hear from Dr. Lyle Kane, the West Alabama team orthopedist and medical director, to introduce R.T.
Hi, this is Dr. Lyle Kane, Andrews Sports Medicine in Birmingham, Alabama, and I'm honored to introduce Dr. R.T. Floyd as a 2025 inductee into the Gulf South Conference Hall of Fame. RT and I have been together for about 25 years now, since my fellowship in 1999, when I trained with Dr. James Andrews and Bill Clancy at the American Sports Medicine Institute. And I think RT, in that 25 years, has really been a role model for a lot of physicians, athletic trainers, and other medical personnel, including physical therapists and medical students. And I've really learned as much from RT over the past 25 years as from any mentor that I've worked with. I think the most probably important thing about RT is that he really cares about his patients and about people. He'll spend the time necessary to make a diagnosis. He is a master of physical exam techniques. He really doesn't need ultrasound, x-rays, or MRI, although he likes playing with them and using them. RT, congratulations. Very well deserved. I think you are the epitome of what we look for in a certified athletic trainer and really in the healthcare field in general. Really appreciate you. Congratulations on this honor. It's well deserved, and sorry I can't be there.
Join me in welcoming R.T.
How y'all doing tonight? This is truly a great honor to be recognized as a UW athletic trainer. First of all, my congratulations to Alex, John, Ellen, and Jonathan. What a great group to be inducted with. First, I need to thank the good Lord above, as I've been extremely blessed. I've been blessed throughout my career, more than I think all the people in this room put together can count. It's just amazing what he's been able to guide me and help me do throughout my career. I want to thank my family for their support, and most importantly, my wonderful wife, Lisa, over here. Stand up, please. Today is our 31st anniversary, and I'm eternally grateful for her being the very best wife an athletic trainer could ever hope to have, and I can never express how much she means to me or how much I appreciate her acceptance of me and my work. I'm so grateful for her understanding and tolerance of my professional life. The rest of my family has also been wonderful in supporting my career. My son, Robert Thomas, and my daughters, Gina, Rebecca, and Kate, have been understanding and supportive of my career, which really has revolved around taking care of other people's families and kids. This recognition of being inducted in the GSC Hall of Fame is so special to me because of the recognition it brings to UWA and to the profession of athletic training. This would not be possible if not for the tremendous support by the administration and the athletic department over the last 50-plus years. While our resources have been limited, there's never been a question about doing what is best in providing high-quality care for our student athletes. This has been true from the Board of Trustees and all the presidents and administration for which I've had the pleasure of working throughout my career through today, and it continues with excellent leadership by Dr. Todd Fritch and Brett Gillen back there. As athletic trainers, we'd be nowhere without good physicians, great physicians in my case. This has certainly been the case as I've had the privilege of, let me turn the page here, stick your fingers. If I've had the absolute best in Dr. Jim Andrews and Dr. Lyle King you just heard from. Most of y'all are familiar with Dr. Andrews and his legendary work with athletes and his support for athletic trainers. I was so fortunate to have him as a team physician, mentor, and most importantly, as a friend throughout my entire career. Dr. Kane has been equally supportive over the last 25 years and following closely in Dr. Andrews' shoes. I must also thank the students and patients over the years who have taught me so much. I've been fortunate to have such a great staff of athletic trainers over the years at UWA. Most significant of all of these was Brad Montgomery, who worked side by side with me for 31 years and who did more than his share of my work while I've been involved with the NATA, the NATA Foundation, and the Southeast Athletic Trainers Association. Brad Montgomery remains a true friend, and I'm most grateful for his friendship, support, and loyalty and all that he's done. In closing, I'm truly honored and want to thank you all for this very prestigious recognition. This is absolutely a wonderful conference, and I'm very proud to be a small part of my entire career. Thank you all so very much.
I might could have done it, but it would have been interesting, that's for sure. If you can't laugh at yourself, right? All right, next up on our Hall of Fame induction, we want to recognize John Hanson, Valdosta State head men's tennis coach. And to provide an introduction for Coach Hanson is Dr. Richard Carvajal, the Valdosta State president.
Hello, I'm Dr. Richard Carvajal, president of Valdosta State University. It is both an honor and a privilege to introduce a true legend in collegiate athletics, our head men's and women's tennis coach, John Hanson, on the occasion of his induction into the prestigious Gulf South Conference Hall of Fame. For over 50 years, Coach Hanson has been the heart and soul of Valdosta State University tennis. His record speaks for itself. He's one of the winningest coaches in GSC history, leading the Blazers to 4 national titles in men's tennis and building a women's program that has earned respect and success year after year. But Coach Hanson's legacy goes far beyond the scoreboard. He has an extraordinary eye for talent, a deep commitment to developing student athletes, and a gift for mentoring young people both on and off the court. A devoted family man and a pillar of our community, Coach Hanson is admired by not only his players and colleagues, but by everyone who's had the privilege of knowing him. Many of his former athletes have gone on to successful careers, and several have even followed in his footsteps as coaches, inspired by his leadership. Coach Hanson, your impact is lasting, and this honor is more than well-deserved. On behalf of the entire VSU community, congratulations on your induction into the Gulf South Conference Hall of Fame. We are so proud of you.
What a great crowd. When I first started out, and if you can't there we go. When you first start out, everybody thinks they can coach. I just knew I knew all about it until it starts. I went to a seminar one time, and this fellow said, for you new guys out there, if you think you know how to coach, you don't. So you have to ask your question, can I live without this thing? And if you can't, you need to quit right now. If you can, then you need to jump in with both feet, work hard, and one day you'll be one of these people sitting in the audience out here. It's so fulfilling just seeing. That was a pretty good video. I like that video. But and there's so many things so many people to thank. You go back to when you played Little League Baseball, or if you're on a swim team, or you played Pop Warner football, and the coaches there you just thought were gods. And you said, I want to do that one day. I think I really want to do that. And my father, who was a Marine, was also a great tennis player, played for University of Florida when he was 42 years old, and was the second oldest guy on the team. The military back then, if you went into World War II, right after the Japanese bombed Pearl Harbor, you didn't finish college. And so they had a program back when he was a senior in college, I was a senior in high school, and we argued all the time about everything. But I'm sure you guys don't have any problems with your kids either. But you know what? Players that you have nowadays are everything. If I have to thank somebody, I steal things like crazy. We have a lot of people like it or they don't like it. We have a lot of international kids on the team, and they bring some of the greatest quotes, some of the greatest drills. And of course, since nobody else in the United States knows about it, I invented that drill that they just have. But the people you want to thank are the people you had growing up, your teammates, even on Little League teams, high school. Some of you probably still get together with your old teammates, no matter what sport you played. And then there's college, which is, you guys read the newspaper. You know what's happening in college right now. We have no idea what's going on in there. And but anyway, people, I'll tell you how much fun this is. How many of you have friends that might go to a sporting event and say, hey, I got to get down on the field. They invited me to go down on the field. I wish I wanted to tell the coach some things, which you better not. I wanted to tell the coach during we were playing, we had some bad plays out there. Or I'm going to go out and sit on the bench. Well, you can't go out there, but you can. I'm going to go, here's what you ought to tell. How many of you that coach, and almost all of you in here, how many people get advice from everybody you know? And why did you do that? Why didn't you do this? What's going on with so-and-so? I don't know what's going on with anybody out there. I'm not even sure I'm telling the kid the right thing to do. I've coached many of them out of a match. Our kid's barely, he's getting by, he's getting going. Takeshi Tako is sitting right here. He's the number one player in the nation, by the way, but they're thinking, Coach is an idiot. And what are you doing? I don't know. I really, inside, I don't know what's going on out there. And is it fun? Yes. I have to tell you right now, it's fun. And the people you associate with in athletic departments, and when you have a president that really pushes athletics, the things that go on there, I'll give you an idea. Our baseball coach, Tommy Thomas, who is in this Hall of Fame, which is great, had a bad weekend. I think they lost to West Georgia 3 games. And so he and his assistant came in Monday morning. The ones you really are afraid of are your good friends. They're the ones that will tell you what it's like. And they came in with paper bags over their head with eye holes cut into and snuck into. We had an athletic meeting that morning. Of course, we all pretended like we didn't know who they were. It looked like, how many of you know, remember Question Mark and the Mysterians? How many of you remember them? Well, it's a band, by the way, if you want to know. But anyway, all the people that you know have fun, and that's why you stick with it. The profession that we've gone into is unbelievable. And if you ever thought about it, it's hard. And it's real hard. And your family suffers too. In fact, when Laura and I were engaged to get married, you don't have to stand up, Laura, but wave your hand. She was a special ed teacher, which is why we get along so well. But before we got married, when we were engaged, she had people coming by her room all the time saying, whatever you do not marry a coach. And later she found out why after we got married. But she stuck with me. Things have been hard. We have students that we pick up at the airport. We have players that spend the night with us all the time, and it's just one big team. And if you saw us play and you see how everybody interacted, you understand what I'm talking about. As far as Valdosta, the city of Valdosta, I don't know if many of you know, but it's called Titletown, and that's because it's a big high school football city. And back in the day, they don't understand that this is the day when college football is out there, and it's so much better. But in a school, and this is the ESPN who named Valdosta Titletown. How do you deal with people like that who want, you better win or you better get out of town? You might have to sneak out of town if you're not a very good coach. But I'm rambling, and I don't mean to do that. But I'm going to tell you that this is such a tremendous honor. It's you do this forever. And it seems like forever sometimes, and it seems like yesterday. But and then all of a sudden somebody gives you a letter that says you're in the Hall of Fame, and I won't say I cried, but because I didn't. But it means so much to you, your family, all your friends, all the people that you work with, and thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Coach, tears are okay. Anybody that's been in this room a couple of times may have seen me drop one or two at the end of a night, so don't be afraid of that. That's all right. That's all right. Our next Hall of Fame inductee that we want to recognize tonight is Ellen LaFiore from UAH, former volleyball player. Introducing her will be her former head coach, Laura Tobey.
I had the privilege of coaching Ellen LaFiore from 1998 to 2001. During that time, we were 111 wins and 35 losses. Ellen in 1998 was selected as the Freshman of the Year. In 1999, she was the Player of the Year. Many of Ellen's records still stand today at UAH, Gulf South Conference, and NCAA. Not only was Ellen a good volleyball player, she was also a better person. She was funny, smart, witty. I had a hard time keeping up. So it was just, Ellen made it fun, she made it challenging, and she was just a good person all the way around. Ellen graduated with a degree in electrical engineering from UAH and currently works at, Leonardo DRS Land Systems Division as a manager of electrical engineering in St. Louis, Missouri. So proud of what she accomplished at UAH during her time there. So proud of what she's done since with her degree that she finished in 4 years. Ellen, thank you so much for the memories that you gave me during that time. Really made it fun. You really brought a lot to the UH volleyball program and helped us get a lot of respect. What a privilege it is to be able to introduce you here today. This honor is well deserved. Congratulations.
Bear with me, not the best public speaker here, but just want to thank Coach Tobey for my introduction. I'm curious how many takes that took. Because you know Coach, she's got some stories. And if possible, I'd like to see those behind the scenes footage and get a copy of that. I could try to make a donation, or there's my parents, you can ask them as well. So I'm honored to accept this award on behalf of the University of Alabama, Huntsville, and so many family members, friends, teammates, coaches, and mentors who dedicated their time and talent to my journey. Thank you for this moment that brings a lifetime of memories full circle. Standing here tonight as the first UH volleyball inductee is truly humbling. I want to congratulate the other inductees and award winners on their tremendous accomplishments. Special thanks to the Gulf South Conference, UH Athletics, Alumni Association, Hall of Fame Committee, and everyone who contributed to this special night. Like so many athletes, what started as a simple love of the game turned into a journey filled with grit, sweat, setbacks, triumphs, and above all, incredible people. Volleyball was more than a sport to me, it was a way of life. It gave me a positive outlet to deal with life's frustrations, but on a larger scale, it gave me purpose, extended family, a strong mindset, drive, discipline, and a pathway to graduate with an electrical engineering degree. Key influencers in my journey began at a young age, growing up in St. Louis. My parents, who I'm blessed to have here tonight, Nancy and Joe, as well as my late grandparents, were always present to support me, drive me to practice, and encourage me not to settle and to be my best. They made countless sacrifices and believed if I worked hard, I could earn an athletic scholarship to finance my college degree. The key word there was earn. There were no shortcuts or gimmies. It takes a village to make those dreams come true. Thank you, Mom and Dad. Love you both very much. Wearing number 5 has always been dear to the LaFiore family, a volleyball tradition that began with my big sister. I want to thank my sisters, Sarah and Diane, for a lifetime of love and support. To all Aunt Ellen's kiddos, sports are more than wins and losses. It's about respect, resiliency, and heart. Keep chasing it, keep loving it. The hard work will open doors you never thought possible. My career at UAH provided great joy and difficult challenges both on and off the court. It prepared me for a career in engineering, and I'm forever grateful for the building block it has been in my life. My first focus was always education, specifically engineering. Grades always came first, and then fun. From a young age, that standard was clear, set by my family, and UH matched that vision. It was always my dream to be a starter and contribute as a freshman. UH made my dream come true, and the GSC gave me the opportunity to challenge my abilities. When I first picked up a volleyball at UH, I couldn't have imagined this: the opportunity to compete and be successful in a conference that upholds the high caliber and standards of the Gulf South Conference. The members of the GSC may have looked a little different over the years, but the quality, expectations, and achievements remain. Athletics, especially volleyball, prepared me for the real world and built my extended family, my village. I've been fortunate enough to build many lifelong friendships from my time at UAH, to include all my former teammates, coaches, managers, and fans of the sport. I want to thank and share this honor with everyone that ever believed in me, even when I doubted myself. Special thanks to Samantha Marlin Bacon and her family here with me tonight. Aaron Denny Ridgway and Kevin Ridgway and the entire Ridgway family back in St. Louis. Sam and Aaron, both UAH volleyball standouts, and Kevin, UAH hockey star, were huge contributors to my success at UAH, both on and off the court. I love you all so much. To me, volleyball gives true meaning to team sport, and there is no greater feeling to be part of a team. I want to thank all my teammates from Incarnate Word Academy, Club Volleyball, and UAH. To share the court with so many athletes truly made volleyball fun. The road trips, hotel stays, and the laughter in between made for some unforgettable memories. I can't think of a better feeling than hitting a quick one or a slide straight down, turning to your teammates and celebrating the team effort of executing that point. A hitter or attacker, especially a middle hitter, is only as good as the passers and setters that get them the ball. Without team execution, it can be a very underutilized position. Therefore, with all my teammates, I would not be standing in front of you today. This honor is a collective effort and represents the team's success. Each year at UAH, our team was exceptional, and I am proud to be a part of the program's continued legacy. There are so many hardworking individuals to thank, our exceptional training staff, the late Jim Harris, and all the athletic department administrative staff. Thank you to everyone that enabled the volleyball program and the entire athletic department the ability to go out there and do what we love. When you're surrounded by great players and coaches, you can be your best and help the team succeed. I've been blessed with top-tier coaching my entire career. As you know, Coach Laura Tobey is no exception. My career at UAH reflects years of hard work and preparation with Coach Tobey demanding excellence both on and off the court, utilizing our strengths and improving upon our weaknesses. She settled for nothing less than our best, and I truly appreciate her leadership. I'll never forget my recruiting trip when Coach Tobey picked my mama and I up in a huge Caprice Classic or some kind of large vehicle. It didn't exactly scream top Division II volleyball program, yet it was just the icebreaker we needed to generate my sarcastic comments and start a relationship fueled by laughter that continues today. I will forever be grateful Coach Tobey saw potential in me and offered me the opportunity to play for her at UAH. We have more memories than I'll ever be able to recall, but some, to include dryer sheets in my uniform, ladybugs in the hotel, and certain rainy day puddles while riding my bike to class, will forever make me smile, even if it took me a day or so to forgive you. She's an example of a hardworking, selfless woman who continues to be a mentor to so many. I'm so thankful for you, Coach Tobey. You don't notice it when you're running sprints, completing a 10 touches drill, or dunking your whole body in the ice bath, but it certainly goes by fast. Volleyball has given me more than I ever dreamed, and I always be grateful for the opportunity and the time spent at UAH and in the Gulf South Conference. Thank you for this honor, as this recognition reflects upon so many. Thank you.
All right. Our final Hall of Fame inductee for this evening is former Montevallo men's soccer player Jonathan Maloney. And to introduce him is going to be Justin Pratt, former Montevallo assistant soccer coach and current Montevallo golf coach.
On behalf of the University of Montevallo, former soccer players and former coaches, we'd like to congratulate Jonathan Maloney on this prestigious honor. Throughout his time at Montevallo, Jonathan was one of the, if not arguably, the best athlete to come through the bricks here in Montevallo. He was a two-time All-American, Player of the Year in the conference 3 times, two-time Region Player of the Year, All-Decade Player for the GSC, led his team his junior year to the Final Four, and several other categories with goals and total points, and just an astonishing 4-year career here at Montevallo. One of the things that I think that people need to know about Jonathan, though, is that it wasn't just all of the on-the-course accolades that he accumulated over the 4 years, but he was a standout student, always did well in the classroom, a leader and captain for the team, and one of those players that coaches just sort of dream of having, that just does everything right. Every practice was a great effort. The leadership, it just, everything he did was what you as a coach would want every student athlete to aspire to. So Jonathan, congratulations. Exceptional what you've accomplished here, and you deserve all the awards that have come your way.
To the stage.
Firstly, I would just like to take this opportunity to thank the Gulf South Conference and the selection committee for inducting me into the Hall of Fame Class 2025. It's a real honour to be here tonight, and I feel very humbled with the induction. I would also like to congratulate my fellow inductees and everyone else who is here receiving awards tonight for their outstanding achievement. The University of Montevallo will always hold a special place in my heart. So a big thank you to everyone from UM, and especially, obviously, Coach Ryan and Justin Pratt for believing in me 20 years ago when I first started my student-athlete journey. You're probably all wondering how a young lad from the north of England ended up at a small Division II university in Alabama on a soccer scholarship. This is where I'd like to thank my good friend Adam Fraser, who's here tonight. Adam and I played soccer together in England from the age of 8 and left home together at the age of 16 to follow the dream of becoming professional players with Doncaster Rovers. Sadly, after 2 years, Adam was released and he started his student-athlete journey at the University of Montevallo. Fast forward 12 months to May 2005, he was ringing me up and letting me know that a scholarship had opened up and would I be interested in joining him at UM. I'd just been released from Doncaster and wasn't too sure what lay ahead of me with regards on the soccer field. I spoke to Coach Ryan Pratt, and to the shock of Mum and Dad, went downstairs and told them that in 3 months' time I'd be off to America to study and play soccer. I feel extremely lucky to have such supporting parents that whatever I have done in soccer and in life, they have always backed me. A great example of this was my mum and dad just randomly turning up for a game in Alabama on a Friday night without telling me and surprising me, as if it was a game just down the road back in England when I was at home. Thankfully, we had 2 games that weekend. They flew out on the Monday and we won both games, and I scored a couple of goals as well. So it was all worthwhile. As I receive this award this evening, it's only right that I thank all my former teammates that helped me achieve the levels that I did on the soccer field. I was very fortunate to play with a great group of players, but also wonderful people. And even to this day, we have a WhatsApp group together that we regularly chat in. I believe that the drive and the determination of my teammates is what helped us reach the Final Four, as Justin said, in my junior season. But I'd like to thank everybody across the full 4 years, as we made so many special memories, both on and off the field. Nowadays, I'm very fortunate that I'm still heavily involved within the recruitment of female soccer players who are looking to become student athletes here in America. And it is testament to the experience that I had at the University of Montevallo that when I returned to England, something that I wanted to do and was really passionate about was trying to give similar experiences that I had as a student athlete in America to other players. And in 2013, I set up a company called Go To College Soccer, which is a dedicated service to helping female players in the UK who look to fulfill their dreams of becoming student athletes in America. I see similar traits in the players that I work with, always wanting to better themselves, both on and off the field, and I'm extremely proud that we've helped over 500 players over the last 12 years. One thing that I say to all those players, and that I look to do in life as well, is don't ever have regrets and make the most of every opportunity. And I certainly feel like I did that with going to the University of Montevallo. I'm also very lucky to have my wonderful wife Jules with us here tonight. We've got 2 brilliant young boys at home called Archie and Grayson, who are both soccer mad. And who knows, one day they may even become student athletes themselves. As I finish off, this award is for many people who have helped me on the journey. From my mum and dad, the coaches that I've worked with, all my teammates, professors at UM, and everybody else in between. So from the bottom of my heart, I would just like to thank them all. And I hope everybody has a wonderful evening. Thank you.
I'm going to get Jonathan to sit down for a second. Now I'm going to ask all our Hall of Fame inductees to stand up one more time so we can recognize them one more time. So for all of our Hall of Fame inductees. Well deserved, and what a great representation of your institutions and your families in the conference. So thank you for this evening. Now we're going to shift our program just a little bit. We've looked into the past and what's made the Gulf South Conference great previously and what has built our foundation to be as good as we are today. And we're going to take 3 or 4 minutes and take a look at a video that highlights some of the great things that have happened so far this year before we recognize our top 10 award winners and all sports award winners.
12 institutions, 19 sports, 56 national championships. In the 2024-25 year, there was no shortage of quality competition as the GSC continued to reign supreme in both men's and women's cross country with consecutive regional titles from Lee University. The GSC also dominated the South region in women's soccer, setting up a West Florida Montevallo matchup for the regional title before the Argos claimed a 3-2 win to punch its ticket to the national quarterfinals. Football also saw another year of success, as despite the damage from Hurricane Helene, Valdosta State overcame Mother Nature and steamrolled its way through the postseason with home field advantage, reaching the national championship game. Indoor track and field saw the women's side send 2 schools to the NCAA National Championships, capped off by a 3rd-place finish from Lee's Aria Hawkins in the 3,000-meter run. Basketball had its share of special moments as Alabama Huntsville had its best season yet, posting a program-best 34-2 record and were ranked as high as 3rd in the nation. Women's basketball placed 4 teams in the regional tournament as the Lady Bulldogs of Union claimed the South Regional title and returned to the Final Four for the first time since 2018. Softball placed 3 teams in the NCAA Regional as AUM spread its postseason wings to win its regional pod and return to the team's 3rd Super Regional in 4 years. And as for GSC Baseball, Delta State, West Florida, West Alabama, and Mississippi College made up half the South Regional bracket, as West Florida advanced to the Super Regional. Both men's and women's golf sent 2 teams each to the regional, as both West Florida and Lee on the men's side advanced to the NCAA National Championship. The Argonauts finished 2nd in stroke play and advanced to the match play round. After wins over St. Mary's and Wingate, West Florida faced off against the defending national champion Colorado Christian for all the marbles, where the Argonauts claimed its 3rd national title in program history. Valdosta State and West Florida claimed the top spots in the men's tennis rankings and hosted the South region. VSU made its way to the Final 16 and blazed its way to the national championship, defeating Washburn to win back-to-back titles to stay atop Division II. And now, let's take a moment to recognize our conference championship tournament winners from this year. Academic excellence continues to be a mainstay in the GSC. In the fall season, 1,129 student-athletes were named to the honor roll list, while all 12 institution members were represented among all GSC academic selections. In the winter season, 446 student-athletes were added to the GSC honor roll. Overall, more than 600 GSC student-athletes graduated this spring. The GSC Student Athlete Advisory Committee partnered with the Jones Valley Teaching Farm, an organization dedicated to valuing youth and young adults, radical care and well-being, inclusivity, continuous learning, and growth through food, farming, and culinary arts. The SAT group volunteered their time filling the raised garden beds with dirt for the organization's farm. Through combined efforts, the GSC SAT group filled 12 garden beds for the organization's farming programs. In the Gulf South Conference, this is who we are. And in 2024-25, we defined our values better than ever. To our members, we say thank you for continuing the GSC traditions of leadership, quality competition, and academic excellence, as we look forward to another year to compete, graduate, and impact.
That's a year worth celebrating. Well, let's celebrate some of that now and honor some people individually here. For the first time since I've been here, this is my 12th year Is that right? Heading in, that's right. Gosh, you lose count sometimes. 12 years. We're going to have 3 different winners to our all sports trophies. It has been an unprecedented thing for the conference and really shows the depth and quality of the GSC. So let's start by presenting the men's all sports trophy winner, and we'll invite this institution's representatives up to accept that. Valdosta State is going to claim their 9th men's all sports trophy. It's the most in GSC history. It's their first since 2019. And they were led by GSC championships in football and tennis. So let's welcome the Valdosta State contingent to the stage to accept their award. Earning our women's all-sports trophy this year, winning their 17th all-time women's all-sports trophy is the University of West Florida. They won GSC championships in 4 sports, so congratulations to West Florida. And the winner of the Gulf South Conference overall all-sports trophy for the 5th consecutive year will be Lee University on the strength of their running program. So welcome, congratulations, Lee University. Well, now is a lot of fun as well. We get to honor those top 10 award winners. We're going to get to hear a chance to hear from coaches and from the student athletes. But let me tell you a little bit about what the top 10 is, real briefly. It's recognizes the most outstanding male and female athletes in the conference. That's the simplest way to put it. But the criteria extends beyond outstanding athletic prowess. It also considers leadership qualities, service, academic success, sportsmanship, and character. So when you see these folks up here, they'll reflect what we've already seen in our Hall of Fame recipients, just maybe a generation or 2 earlier than those. But it'll be exciting to hear from them. So we're going to recognize those top 10 award winners. So our first top 10 award winner is going to be from Trevecca Nazarene Ashland Sensing. We're going to hear from her head coach, Ben Tyree.
I'd like to introduce Ashland Sensing from Dixon, Tennessee. Ashland has been one of our top players here in the last few years, and in the Gulf South Conference, we've looked forward to see how she would compete in this top conference that we look forward to for a long time to play. Ashland's one of the top students here on campus, and she's in our nursing program who has her first graduation this year for the first time. We want to thank Ashland for all the work that she's done for us. All the players on our team look up to her and so amazed at all the stuff that she's been able to do. She's one of the hardest workers we have, and when she misses practice because of her nursing schedule, she's here on campus working out 8 to 9 o'clock at night, trying to get ready for the games coming up in the following weekend. Congratulations, Ashland. Good luck to you on this award. Thank you.
I am grateful to be nominated for this award and to be a part of the Gulf South Conference. Trevecca is new to the Gulf South this year, so I'm excited to represent Trevecca and Trevecca softball. First, I wanted to thank my family. If it wasn't for them and all the time and hours they put into me, none of this would have ever been possible. Next, I wanted to thank Coach Tyree and Coach Dawes for giving me this amazing opportunity to play at Trevecca these past 4 years. They poured into me not only as an athlete, but as a person, and for that, I'm grateful. Next, I wanted to thank all my teammates for all the love and support they've shown me. They have always had my back on the field, and that has led to our success the past few years. Next, I want to thank Dan Boone and Mark Elliott for all they do for the athletes on campus. Thank you.
All right, our next top 10 award winner is from Delta State University, Brett Burrell. And introducing Brett will be on video his head coach, Rodney Batts.
I'm here to introduce Brett Burrell as GSC Top 10. Brett's played for us in our baseball program. Brett's played for us in our baseball program for 5 years, and he's not only been a great player, but he's been a better person and better teammate. And what a great honor for you, Brett, and we're so proud of you. Everything this award represents is everything that Brett embodies, as far as not only being a good player, but being an outstanding student, a good servant in our community, in our athletic department, and we couldn't be more proud of you. But on behalf of our coaching staff, on behalf of our team and our whole athletic department, congratulations, and we're proud of you.
Alrighty then. Well, good evening, everybody. Good to see everybody out tonight. First, I wanted to start off by saying congratulations to all the other top 10 nominees and the Hall of Fame inductees. What a tremendous honor that really is. Second off, I got a whole lot of thank yous, so y'all just hang in there with me. So obviously the first one, I just want to thank God and for everything that he's done in my life and everything that he's done in my family's life and everything. We would not be here without him. So that's going to be the first one. The second one, I'd also like to thank the Gulf South Conference and Commissioner, Mr. Matt Wilson over here, for letting us, compete, impact, and graduate, impact. Yeah, that's it. That's it, yeah. Yeah, that's right. But for letting us do that at such a high level, man, it really means a lot. Also, then I'd like to thank my family and the people that are sitting right there in front of me, man. They've been there through it all. The travel ball, ever since I was yay tall, going in at 5 years old, learning how to throw baseball. My older brother, my parents, my fiance, everybody that's over there, I really appreciate everything that y'all have done for me. No matter if I went 0 for 4 or if I went 4 for 4 with 2 home runs and something else, y'all were always there no matter what, and I really appreciate it. Let's see. There we go. Next, I also want to thank a lot of people tonight have been talking about teammates and thanking them. I don't really call them my teammates. I call them my brothers because, as Coach Batts mentioned, I've been there for 5 years. I've spent a lot of my life at Delta State University. I really have. And a lot of these guys, I've got several buddies that came in with me, and I got several buddies that I've made since then throughout the 5 years that I've been there. And it's the blood and the sweat and the tears that we've shed together has been tremendous, and it'll never be forgotten. And I truly do appreciate them for being there for me also, no matter what. Also, I'd like to thank Coach Kennison for being the last recruit that you had on a tremendous legacy, man. It was truly special, and it was also special being the cross change between you and Coach Batts and being Coach Batts' first one, man. It truly is special. Also, I'd like to thank Coach Batts, obviously, for allowing me to be your first recruit, coming back to Cleveland, and taking a chance on the hometown boy right down the road and making his dreams come true. It really is special. And I also want to thank Delta State Athletics, Miss Dana and Miss Caroline, and all the work that y'all do for us and truly make our experience in Cleveland, Mississippi a great one. And to wrap it up, I would like to say that I am accepting this award, but without the people that I just thanked, I would not be here today to accept it. So thank y'all and have a good one.
Our next top 10 award winner will be Marissa Mitchell from the University of West Alabama. All right, introducing Marissa, we're going to hear from her head coach, Stephanie DeFeo.
This is Coach DeFeo from West Alabama. I'm here to introduce Marissa Mitchell, but as we call her in our program, Mo. She has been the backbone, the heart, the soul of our program for 2 years. Not only is she a phenomenal athlete, phenomenal hitter, phenomenal fielder, she's also incredible in the classroom, an incredible teammate, and has been pivotal for our success the past 2 seasons. This year so far, it was all GSC first team, she was all region, and I can probably say that she's probably going to be an All-American. Marissa will be absolutely missed in our program. She's one of the most dynamic players that I have ever coached. She has the heart and soul that you want in a player. She has the ability to make everybody around her so much better. Her energy is contagious, and for me, she was one of the best players that I've ever been blessed to have in my program and in my career.
Marissa.
Keep it short, sweet, and to the point. First of all, I would like to thank God for putting me in this situation, because you got to thank Him when there's ups and when there's downs. And just like every other student athlete in here, we've had plenty. All right, so I am incredibly honored to be able to receive this Top 10 GSC award tonight and to be able to represent the University of West Alabama. I would also like to take the time out to congratulate all of the other student athletes being honored tonight, as well as the ones being inducted into the Hall of Fame, especially RT, since he happens to be my teacher, the hardest yet most knowledgeable teacher that I have had. Also, I would like to thank my parents, friends, family. I didn't privately tell my parents thank you, but what better time than now? They have sacrificed so much for me, and I can never repay them, especially financially, because if you play travel ball and all that, y'all know. Friends, other family members, they have all been a part of my huge village that I have been so grateful to have, all the way from T-ball up to now strength and conditioning coaches, all different types of coaches, teachers, et cetera, et cetera. If I could put everybody's name on my trophy, then I definitely would, and I don't think I'd even have space for my own name, which is just fine. First of all, I would like to, well, not first of all, to keep going. My coaches at UWA have been absolutely phenomenal, and I cannot be more grateful for them taking a chance on me out of the portal. It was something, and I was very uncertain of my future as a softball player, as a collegiate softball player. So with them, Coach DeFeo especially, we talked on the phone, and we didn't even talk business, really. We talked about our favorite rides at Disney World, and that just kind of went to show what kind of coach that she was and how she was running her program at UWA. Coach Buddy, Coach Mackay, Coach Lexi, all my coaches from the past, I'm so grateful because they have molded me into the woman that I am today, especially my past ones. Coach DeFeo and the staff there have taken me beyond points that I even imagined myself getting to, as well as all of the other faculty and staff from UWA that are here to support me. If y'all have been to UWA, I'm sure y'all have. The campus is like this big. So we all know each other pretty well. Yes, I'm forever grateful for the GSC and this moment that I get to share with all of you guys, and I'll forever be a Tiger, even if I won't be on the field. Go Tigers.
Our next top 10 award winner will be Ryan Lovelace from Lee University. You may just have to play the music in the back of your head. That was my fault for not envisioning that. And introducing Ryan this evening on video will be his head coach, Caleb Morgan.
But I have the pleasure of introducing Ryan Lovelace to you guys tonight. He's been a phenomenal athlete for us. I've known him since he was in 6th grade. So we used to practice at a local middle school, and Ryan was out there running. He was always a super hard worker. So I've kind of known him his whole life, and so I've got to watch him grow into a phenomenal young man, a phenomenal human. He's definitely someone that really wants to be involved in the community. He's someone that does a lot of servant stuff. He's very big in his church. I can tell a lot of stories about Ryan, but one of the biggest things with him that I always appreciate is as a coach, sometimes you're having a tough day and you try to put it off. You don't want your athletes to see, and you're trying to act like everything's okay. But Ryan's always that guy that would come in my office and be like, "Hey, coach, are you doing okay today? You seemed a little off. How are you doing?" And that always meant a lot to me because I know he really cares about me as an individual and as a person. And that just speaks to who he is, and not only is he a great person, makes phenomenal grades, a person of integrity, but he's a phenomenal athlete as well. And he's been huge for us, and to see him grow from his freshman year to now as a redshirt sophomore for us this past year, and watch him run 4:02 in the mile and win an individual conference championship and go to nationals and get 10th place. It's just been really special to see him hit the ups and downs along the road and just how he's been able to balance that and overcome everything as he's gone.
Ryan Lovelace.
I didn't know there was a video of that bow celebration, so. But first and foremost, I just want to thank Commissioner Wilson and everybody at the Gulf South Conference for their continued support of all of us and all of our sports and our conference, and then just making tonight possible. I remember seeing sort of the graphic posted when I saw who else made the top 10. I was like, wow, there's some really good athletes on this list. And I've had the pleasure, since I help out doing broadcasting with our athletic communication staff, to see a lot of these guys play. And two really stick out. I remember last year I had an off weekend from running, and we race cross in the fall, indoor in the winter, outdoor in the spring, so you don't get many of them. But this one in the spring, I ended up doing play-by-play for our softball team when West Alabama came to town, and I watched Marissa Mitchell hit 3 home runs and 8 RBIs in a single game, which is one of the most impressive things I've seen, because I swear the 3rd home run, the pitch was like at her forehead. And anyways, and then another quick story, Brett, who was introduced earlier, I met him at the SAC conference. You saw the videos of us mulching. One of the videos, I was just standing by the pile not doing anything, but I promise I contributed. But I met Brett back in July, and we became pretty good friends. And, in April, our baseball team traveled down to Delta State, so that gave me 9 months to talk trash because I don't play baseball. I have no skin in the game. Brett ended up hitting 600 with 2 homers that series, so that was 9 months of time gone. But all those stories aside, it's a great honor to be recognized among all of you guys and all of the Hall of Famers. But ultimately, I'm incredibly humbled to be honored here tonight, and the good Lord has blessed me with the best support system imaginable, and I want to take a moment to thank everybody who's made my entire career and my journey so far possible. First, I want to say thank you to my family. Mom, Dad, Lisa, Steve, Nate, Brina, and my entire extended family. Thank you guys for being in my corner. Thank you guys for making sacrifices constantly. And Mom, you played college basketball. Dad, you played college football. Thank you for figuring out cross country. I know that really wasn't in your blood. Second, to all our athletic staff, Coach Maupin, Jess, Sylvia, Dr. Rob, Miss Tina, Kayla, Murray, Phillip, everybody else that's involved and works with our athletic staff. Thank you for your work to constantly support our teams and facilities and just providing us with opportunity after opportunity to compete at our best. To all my coaches, thank you for constantly putting up with me and pushing me to be my best every day. To my teammates, which, at this point, through 3 years at Lee, they've just become my best friends. We're a tight-knit group, and, there's some close friends that I'll have for life. Thank you for getting me out of bed and getting me out the door when I don't want to go run. And thank you guys for always pushing me and being the best training partners I could ask for. Lastly, Coach Morgan, he told me he did his video in one take, which is the most shocking part of anything tonight. Thank you for believing in me from day one when you met me. Thank you for not giving up on me when my first 2 years of my collegiate career were extremely inconsistent and underwhelming. Thank you for the constant encouragement and lessons you've taught me. I can confidently say that because of you, I feel like I'm a better man, athlete, student, and leader. I have not regretted choosing to run for you at all, and I have not regretted choosing to run for Lee at all, even though when you were recruiting me, you wouldn't stop calling me, and it kind of got on my nerves. But nonetheless, thank you, Coach Morgan. Ultimately, I'm extremely honored to have been selected for this award and to be here tonight. It would not be possible without the plethora of people who have supported me. It wouldn't have been possible without my team. It wouldn't have been possible without my university, and it wouldn't have been possible without this conference. So to conclude, to everybody that has poured into me and impacted my journey so far, I just want to say one last time, thank you.
All right, our next top 10 winner from AUM is going to be Chloe Baines. And introducing Chloe tonight on video will be her head coach, Scotty Wilkes-Laney.
Hi, it's my honor and privilege to introduce Chloe Baines as a recipient of the GSC Top 10. Chloe Baines, I couldn't think of anyone more deserving. She's a true competitor. She loves to get out on the field and compete and be the best at what she does. She plays the game well. She plays it fast. And I think, just thinking of somebody who is deserving of it, Chloe Baines is one of those. She's one of our students that's in the communication disorders department as far as her major, and just looking forward to all the things that she accomplishes in the next year and then moving forward after she graduates from AUM.
Join me in welcoming Chloe.
Good evening, everyone. I am truly honored and incredibly grateful to be nominated for this Gulf South Conference Top 10 Award. Thank you so much to the GSC for this recognition. It means so much to me as both a student and an athlete. As a softball player at Auburn University at Montgomery, I've had the opportunity to grow both on and off the field. This game has taught me lessons in leadership, resilience, and dedication, qualities that have shaped me to who I am today. Representing AUM and competing in the Gulf South Conference has been one of the greatest privileges of my college career. Alongside my athletic journey, I've had the chance to pursue my passion in the speech and hearing program at AUM. It's a field that's all about communication, connection, and helping others. And it is one that I'm very proud to be a part of. Balancing a demanding academic program with the responsibilities of being a collegiate athlete hasn't been easy, but it's pushed me to become more disciplined, more focused, and determined. This nomination is not just a personal honor, it is a reflection of the incredible people who have supported me along the way. My coaches, my professors, my teammates, my athletic staff, and our Chancellor, Dr. Stockton, who I don't think missed a single game all year. And most of all, my family. I wouldn't be here today without their guidance, encouragement, and belief in me. Thank you again to the Gulf South Conference for this incredible recognition. I am very proud to represent AUM and to be part of such an inspiring community of student athletes. Thank you.
Dr. Stockton, extra bonus points for her name dropping you in there for not missing any, putting a little pressure on other CEOs in the room. Our next top 10 award winner from the University of West Florida is going to be Keegan Lynch. And introducing Keegan will be his head coach, Bill Elliott.
I'm here to introduce Keegan Lynch as a GSC Top 10 Award recipient. Really excited for Keegan and for his family to see him get this honor. He has been excellent during his career at UWF, having to really work hard and compete early on in his career, and then progressing his game and academics all the way to the point where his final year he was an All-American. He was also an academic All-American. He's just been tremendous in terms of the work ethic and everything that he's demonstrated. He definitely is a player who had to work to get where he is, and I give him a lot of credit for that and his family a lot of credit for that. Keegan is a coach's son. His dad was a college coach for many, many years and very successful. And I think he definitely learned a lot of lessons along the way and has represented UWF and his family very well.
How's everyone doing tonight? All right, I kind of wrote this, not really knowing if I had to make a speech or not, so I'll give it my best bet. Thanks, Coach, for that amazing introduction. He did it with no notes and in the first take, so thanks, Coach. What an honor it is to be here tonight. I'm surrounded by so many great athletes and people. I'd like to first thank the Conference Commissioner, Matt Wilson, of course, as well as the rest of the Conference Athletic Committee for all that they do behind the scenes for the conference. This is surreal. If you would have said this was a possibility to me 5 years ago, I could probably count the amount of people that would have said this is possible on one hand, and one of those was Coach Elliott. Before college, I was just a high school kid that had no idea what to do with my life other than wanting to play college soccer. I asked Coach Elliott when I was a senior in high school if he could come watch one of my games. And he came to the game in Orlando, and I maybe had one of the worst first halves I'd ever played in. And I called him, and he said, "Yeah, we're gonna look elsewhere, but good luck with your career." And I was like, the first thing that came into my head was, how am I going to see Pensacola Beach? Luckily, he gave me another opportunity. I went to a ID camp 2 weeks later, and I went into that thinking, I have to give everything here. And luckily enough, it turned out well. So now I have to thank some people, I think. Obviously, Coach, I've said your name a few times, but without you, I wouldn't be here today. You were the only coach that gave me a college offer, so for that, I'll be forever grateful. My teammates, we go into practice every day and we give it our all. Everyone always says blood, sweat, and tears, but most of the time that was true. We had some guys that wore metal studs, and sometimes they would get into your knee and you'd be bleeding a little bit. So the rest of the coaching staff as well, the trainers, they work so hard behind the scenes and no one notices it. Without them, I wouldn't have returned from my knee injury the way I did. So huge thanks to them for all they've done. And lastly, my family. Words can't even begin to describe how amazing they've been for me the last 4 years. I think they missed 3 weekends of games in my 4 years playing at West Florida, which meant they were driving 6 to 10 hours every weekend, getting back late on Sunday nights and having to work early on Monday mornings to provide for me and my brother. I don't think I'll ever be able to repay them, figuratively and literally, for the amount they've given me to be in this position today. So, Mom, Dad, Cullen, I love you guys and thank you for everything you've done for me. And lastly, to my extended family back home in Ireland, who watch my games at 3 or 4 a.m. sometimes when they don't really need to. This is for you guys as well and all your unwavering support the last 4 years. And to my Nana, lastly, who passed away 2 weeks ago, this one's for you. Thank you, everyone. Have a good night.
All right, our next top 10 award winner from UAH will be Lily Wilkin. And sharing a few words about Lily will be her head coach, Alan Sharp.
On behalf of UAH and our women's basketball program, it's our honor to introduce Lily Wilkin as a Gulf South Conference Top 10 award winner. With a new staff and a new roster this past season, Lily made an immediate impact on our program, leading us to a school record for most wins in a season. This past year, Lily was named Gulf South Conference Player of the Year, NCAA South Region Player of the Year, and also named an Academic All-American. Lily is exactly what any coach would look for in terms of a player, but more importantly in terms of her as a person. She's our hardest worker and also our best player, which is also a really hard combination to come by. There are a lot of different qualities and a lot of different traits and a lot of different ways that we can describe Lily, but one that stands out more than any other, and I think one that she would appreciate, is that she's a great teammate. Her teammates love her, and Lily loves playing with her teammates. With that being said, Lily, congratulations. We're glad you're on our team here at UAH, and go Chargers.
Lily Wilkin.
Congrats to all the athletes here tonight. It's really cool to be nominated with all of you. It's a blessing to be able to use our God-given talents to compete at such a high level. We've all also worked really hard to develop our skills. We've overcome setbacks and challenges. We're self-disciplined. We've pushed through physical and mental barriers. We've sacrificed our bodies, our time, our money, our social lives, and many other things. But we know what we gave up was worth what can only come through sports, and none of us has done it alone. I want to thank the Gulf South Conference for this event and for being committed to supporting us athletes. The UAH community has shown me unwavering support this year. Dr. Carr and Dr. Smith encouraged me and are examples of great leadership. Thanks to my coaches for believing in me and for helping me to develop as a player. I'm also grateful for my teammates who always have my back, who challenge me in practice, and who are my best friends. I'm just one player of 5 on the floor, and I wouldn't have known success without them. I also want to thank my sister Faith, who's shown me what true perseverance is. She fought through 4 knee surgeries in 5 years so she could play with me for just 1.5 seasons. She let me copy everything she did when we were little, and I wouldn't have picked up a basketball if she hadn't first. A special thanks to my mom, who gave me my genetics. She's always supported me and sacrificed so much for me to succeed, and I think she still has a better jumper than me to this day. Thanks to my dad for forcing me to go to those Sunday night workouts when I really didn't want to. He taught me that I can always control my attitude and my effort, no matter if my shot was falling or not. My parents have probably only missed 15 of the hundreds of games I've played. I'm very blessed to have them by my side. Maybe many of you can relate to this, but not too long ago, I found myself looking at basketball as a burden rather than a blessing. My love for the game, a game I've played since I was 4 years old, was fading, but God really carried me through those tough times. And I want to especially thank Coach Sharp for helping the joy of the game return to me this year. I couldn't ask for a more competitive and inspiring coach to play for. The lows of college sports that many people don't see are what make the highs so much more special. My competitive sports career is coming to an end, and I think about all the opportunities I've had and friendships I've made over the years that will hopefully stay with me the rest of my life. I'm sad it will be over soon, but it makes me cherish this last year so much more. Being in this room with you all is inspiring, and I wish you all the best of luck in the rest of your sports careers and in life in general. Thank you, and go Chargers.
Our next top 10 award winner will be from Valdosta State University, Takeshi Tako. And sharing a few words to introduce him will be Hall of Fame coach John Hanson.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for being here. Thanks for allowing me to get up and talk about one of my favorite players. And he's one of these guys that really makes a coach look good, which, you know, we all like that. And he's an outstanding athlete in the fact that he won the ITA National Tournament in the fall. He's ranked number 2 in the nation right now in singles. He's probably the most respected athlete that we've had in years. And when I say respect, I'm talking about the team, the school, the city of Valdosta, all have a fine respect for this young man, not only on the court, but in the classroom and in the town. Thank you so much, and it's my honor and my pleasure to introduce Takeshi Tako.
Well, good evening, everyone. It's a great honor to be here with everybody. First, I want to thank the Gulf South Conference and my girlfriend that is here. I was just a kid from Lima, Peru. I come from a family, low-income family, didn't have much, but that was not a reason for me to stop believing in myself and and keep dreaming big. I always believed that with hard work, discipline, and love for the game, I could grow not just as a player, but as a person. Through that mindset, and with the support of so many people, I was able to take my journey to a whole new level. Moving to the United States, continuing my education, representing Valdosta State, and now standing here today is something I'm truly proud of. I want to thank my coaches, Coach Hansen. I have one story. He claims that sometimes he doesn't know what to say. He came to me before a match and he said, "Taco, no matter what you do on the court, just make sure you win the last point." I think it's been working pretty well, Coach. To my professors and teammates and everybody part of Valdosta State, thank you. My parents back in Peru, my sister, my brother, all of them have been by my side throughout this journey. This award is a reminder for me to keep using my story to motivate other kids, to show them that no matter where you start, you can still achieve something great. Thank you again, GSC, for this incredible honor. I'm proud to represent Valdosta State in this amazing conference. Thank you.
Well, now we have the opportunity to recognize our Commissioner Trophy winners. First from Lee will be Ashley Symes. And sharing a few words about Ashley will be her head coach, Patrick Hines.
It's my pleasure to introduce Ashley Symes as a member of the GSC Top 10. Since setting foot on Lee's campus, Ash has been the model student athlete for others to follow. On the court, she's a fierce competitor and a hard worker. As a captain, she's done an enormous job in setting our team culture. She's selfless, kind, humble, and she's always placed her teammates ahead of her own interests. Ash is also a great student and has consistently brought positive recognition to our community. She has a strong sense of family as well and is a role model to all children, including my own. This past fall, Ash won the D2 National Individual Singles Championship, and she's been the #1 ranked tennis player for the entirety of the spring. And what an amazing way to round out such an impressive career. Congratulations, Ash. We're so proud of everything you've accomplished here, and thank you for everything you've brought to our team, to our school, and to our community, and just truly grateful. Well done.
Ashley's not able to be here this evening with us. Let's go ahead and give her a round of applause. Accepting on her behalf will be Dr. Jason Robinson from Lee University. And our final award winner of the evening will be UAH's Tommy Murr taking home the Men's Commissioner's Trophy. And sharing a few words about Tommy will be his head coach, Mick Hedgepeth.
It is my honor to introduce Tommy Murr as a member of the Gulf South Conference Top 10 Award. In Tommy's 2 seasons at UAH, he certainly made his mark on our program. His athletic accomplishments speak for themselves. He was an All-American this season. Tommy's character is unmatched as well, whether it's during our summer basketball camps or many youth teams who attended our games. He wouldn't simply say hello or work the camp for a day. He would go out of his way to make those kids' days. And I saw him do that over and over and really try to pay it forward to make a great impact on the youth in our city. On top of all that, Tommy handled his business in the classroom at a high level, achieving a 3.6 cumulative GPA, and will earn his master's in business administration at the end of the summer. Tommy certainly is leaving this program better than he found it. He made his mark on our team and a huge positive impact in our community and at the University of Alabama in Huntsville. I'm so proud of Tommy. I'm very thankful to be a small part of his journey. Congratulations, Tommy.
Tommy can't be here this evening. Accepting on his behalf is UAH Athletics Director Dr. Kate Smith, but we do have a message from Tommy.
On behalf of my university and my team, I am truly blessed and honored to have been named to the GSC Top 10 list. I would like to thank God for giving me the ability and the health to play the game I love, my team for supporting me and pushing me every day, and my family and my wife for walking through this stage of life and every day with me.
All right, what a great evening, right? If our top 10 award winners will stand one more time, I think you all deserve a round of applause and one more round of recognition. You know, I've got the microphone, and I said we weren't going to end till 6:30, so I've got a couple minutes here, so just bear with me. But, you know, down the road, there is a big conference that is what I like to call the GSC of Division I having their meetings this week. And you know what they're talking about? Name, image, and likeness. How much more money can we make? Can we get games on Friday night to make a little bit more money? Can we play a Sunday afternoon game to add it because we're better than the NFL? Whatever all these things are. And I love SEC football. I'm a Vandy fan growing up, which is really, really difficult. Luckily, Sarah, my wife's a Georgia fan, so I can root through her for them sometimes. But I wish some of them would come down here today and listen to the stories that our people share. It's not about any of that. And there is a real threat to higher education and collegiate athletics in this country right now. And I hope you'll join me in fighting to make sure that these opportunities are preserved. How can you do that? I'm telling you, talk to your congressman. They're going to make a difference. Support your campus communities. Support the young people that are going to play for those coaches that have been just pouring into these student athletes. Help, help, help. Because if student athletes are made employees, a lot of these opportunities go away. If state capitals continue to squeeze and squeeze and squeeze our regional public institutions, some of these opportunities are going to go away. If our private institutions aren't clear on their message and their mission and their niche, some of these opportunities are going to go away. And you all can help with that. And it'd be a shame for today to go away. Okay? So thank you for letting me do that. Sarah's laughing because she's seen me cry at less than that probably. So it's kind of silly, but I'm passionate about this stuff. And I hope you all are too. And Dr. Carvajal might have lost the bet if I didn't get a little teary. So I want to make sure that I did that for him. So nobody else believed him, but it happened anyway. Look, these evenings don't happen by themselves. We have a great new partner with us, Caldwell Architects, who has invested in our conference. That's Mike back there with Caldwell. Mike, thank you for what they're investing to make these sort of nights possible financially with us. They've had a great week interacting with our folks, and it's just lucky to find folks that believe in our student athletes and the mission of our conference and are able to invest in that way. So we're thankful, Mike, for the vision that you all have for us and being willing to partner and align some of those values that you all have with what we're doing. So thanks, Mike. I appreciate that. Our service staff in here has been great tonight. As always, we've been at the Hilton Pensacola Beach a long, long time, and we're very thankful to be able to come here. So join me in thanking our service staff for us today. And then I would definitely be remiss without recognizing the staff that worked so hard for you in Birmingham at the Gulf South Conference office. All of them played a really big role in here. I get to stand up here and get to shake the hands and take some pictures and smile and enjoy it, and they hang out in the corners, but it was really, really important. Mike and Andrea have been with our staff for a really, really long time and are committed to you guys. And Mike makes sure the awards happens and our signage and all that sort of stuff happens. Andrea is the one that makes sure these events are staged and we have great food and great settings for us to celebrate these people, because that's what tonight is, a celebration. Thank you both. Jason is a fantastic media communicator with us and makes sure that our message gets out there to our folks, and graphic design and all the things that need to go in this day and age, which our coaches know very well, right? You've got to have great support in that space. You're going to lose some things, so thanks to Jason. And then we've done more video tonight than I think we've done in the previous 10 years, and Angelo deserves a lot of the credit for creating those. So join me in thanking those folks. All right. Finally, just a couple more things. This membership is amazing. The Gulf South Conference, I've told people before, there's been one 5-year period since 1972 that our memberships look the same, but this has not changed. We've had great student athletes, great institutions, unbelievable success, and graduates, which is awesome, very good. And the Gulf South Conference may not look the same in 10 or 15 years, but if I work hard enough and you all partner with me and we find the right partners, this won't change, and that's what's important. So I'm thankful to be able to represent and work for you all, and it's just been an honor. Couple things. We're going to take some pictures back at the backdrop. We're going to do some Hall of Fame group picture and a top 10 group picture. If y'all will help me with that, head that way. We've got some containers to help get your awards home safely as well that you can pick up back there. But I want y'all to help us clean out this food. Andrea, we've already paid for all this food, right? Okay, then let's get rid of it. Make sure you take advantage of it, okay? And take advantage of it before you get out of here. Take pictures, enjoy the setting, hug some necks, and have a great time. Don't forget, Gulf South Conference, compete, graduate, and impact. Thanks.